गाइस, दिस इज मी
and yeah,
अभी
like
द्विवेदी और आप देख रहे हैं मुझे एक्सटेंडेड रियलिटी डेवलपर्स ऑफ इंडिया कम्युनिटी पे। और इस समय मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हूँ क्योंकि जिन्हें मैं इंटरव्यू करने वाला हूँ वो है फाउंडिंग मेंबर क्योर डॉट ए आई के। और क्योर डॉट ए आई इज़ अ कंपनी विच इज़ डूइंग एन एक्सेप्शनल जॉब इन augmented reality and AI in healthcare. So we are going to interview him without further any delay. Let's invite him. So let's have Rohit. So hi Rohit.
hi Avi, thanks a lot for having me over. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, absolutely बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. I'm also very excited. कभी पॉडकास्ट तो क्या है, बट लाइव पॉडकास्ट पहली बार है, तो बिल्कुल
राइट।
absolutely excited.
एंड हमारे सभी जो भी हमें देख रहे हैं हमसे इस समय बात भी कर सकते हैं, हमसे आप कमेंट पूछ सकते हैं, अपने क्वेश्चंस आपके जो भी हैं आप हमें वो भेज सकते हैं. एंड रोहित, सो लेट्स start from the very beginning. I know you are an IITian from IIT Bombay, the elite university of or institution, I mean education system. This is the peak IIT Bombay. So let's start your journey from IIT Bombay. So how it all began.
IIT, ओके. काफी पुराने, अभी 10 साल हो गए आईआईटी
Right.
के. आई मीन 2010 was when I joined IIT. 2014 I graduated. So IIT was, I think, one of those things in life which, I mean, actually मुझे 10th तक frankly पता नहीं था. I mean, it's unfortunately Calcutta was where I was based out of. तो 10th तक तो मुझे पता नहीं था. 11th में आई वेंट टू बेसिकली सम कोचिंग सेंटर. लोगों ने बोला कि अच्छा, यू आर, you think you're so smart, where you're too smart for yourself, so why don't you try for IIT, right? So that's something that happened somewhere around 11 के starting or somewhere. तो that's how IIT basically came. मेरे को पता नहीं था. ऐसा बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं, बच्चे होते हैं IIT में आते हैं, तो पहले से उनका होता है कि 6 और 7 से चल रहा है प्रिपरेशन. तो मेरा ऐसा
Right.
कुछ था नहीं. एंड दैट्स प्राइमरी बिकॉज कैलकाटा में तब उस जमाने में एटलीस्ट तो वो नहीं होता था, राइट? तो वो हुआ. आई मीन द फर्स्ट एक्चुअली, सो द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट आई डिड, दैट वाज नॉट रियली द बेस्ट ऑफ अटेम्प्ट. वो, so something, the rank that I got something in KGP, but I was not very happy doing that. So और basically ऐसा था कि मेरे को केमिस्ट्री बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता था, राइट? केमिस्ट्री, आई मीन आई गेस लॉट ऑफ पीपल सफर विद दैट. और इनऑर्गेनिक तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं. सो दैट्स हाउ कट दैट थिंग. एंड या,
Yeah, same here.
एब्सोल्युटली. इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री पता ही नहीं लोग रखते क्यों है. आई मीन जे के सिलेबस है. आई जस्ट डोंट गेट दैट होल
So
चीज. बट
Kota Factory has a specific episode on this. That why chemistry, why.
एग्जैक्टली राइट. आई मीन आई कुड रिलेट टू दैट सो मच कि केमिस्ट्री सही में यार. आई मीन मैंने पूरा एक्चुअली पहला साल, आई थिंक 11th मैंने पूरा मैथ्स किया. और 11th 12th दोनों साल का सिलेबस मैंने 12th के स्टार्टिंग तक खत्म कर लिया था मैथ्स का. और फिर मेरे को था कि अब मैथ्स हो गया, चल अब फिजिक्स करते हैं. तो ऐसे कैसे हुआ? तो ऑब्वियसली केमिस्ट्री मैंने पढ़ाई नहीं. एंड देन जेई हैपेंड द नेक्स्ट ईयर. आई वाज अ लॉट मोर वेल प्रिपेयर्ड. आई टुक आउट 1 year, and then went for it. So that worked out pretty well. Got to Bombay, came here. Bombay was, I mean, main reason I obviously wanted to go to Bombay was, चलो एक तो घर से थोड़ा दूर हो जाएगा. वरना Kharagpur was what parents wanted.
Right.
But Bombay is primarily where I thought कि हाँ, I can, probably would be good for me in terms of opportunities and all of those things going forward. So that's how it came to Bombay, and those 4 years was fantastic. I mean, आज भी अगर if I look back, just the kind of people I were there and the kind of people I saw and grew up those 4 years, that's fantastic. So
Wow.
that's about it. But हाँ, पढ़ाई तो कर लिया, पर पढ़ाई के अलावा भी बहुत सारी चीजें हो गई IIT में. So it was fun. IIT was absolute fun.
Right. So let's talk about your entrepreneurship journey. So you started and you are a founding member of Cure.ai. So let's talk
Right.
about that.
So IIT के बाद ऐसा हुआ कि I had a job with an investment bank, much like most of the team. I mean, most of my batchmates got job in iBank. But एक साल के अंदर I realized कि वो तो नहीं हो रहा है अपने से. I mean, I just got very tired, very bored of that thing within 1 year. तो मैंने बोला भाई मेरे से तो नहीं हो रहा है ये जॉब. तो I left that within like सो आई रिमेम्बर, आई मीन पहले 6 महीने के अंदर मैंने डिसाइड कर लिया था ये तो नहीं हो रहा है। फिर और 6 महीने कैसे कैसे तो एक्सटेंड करके घिस के निकाल लिया. So that's when I knew, I mean, college see, I wanted to do a bunch of, entrepreneurship things. So college mein, there was something called entrepreneurship cell. So I was part of that. I was doing some of those, I was leading some of those activities there. उसके बाद जैसा हुआ कि उसके बाद भी कॉलेज के बाहर कुछ रैंडम चीजें करते रहते थे. आई मीन कुछ देयर वर सम स्टोर्स इन बॉम्बे बाहर हीरानंदानी में, तो वहां पे जाके हम उनको कंसल्ट करने लगते थे कि सर आप ऐसे बिजनेस बढ़ाओ. तो उनके साथ बैठे उनका डेटा एनालाइज किया. कुछ भी नहीं, ऐसे ऐसे हमको मिल भी कुछ नहीं रहा था, फ्री में किया, पर अच्छा लगा. आई जस्ट बिकॉज इट वाज जस्ट फन, राइट, टू हेल्प समवन
Yes,
ग्रो देयर
exactly.
बिजनेस. हमें उसका
For
खाना
just
अच्छा लगा,
the,
हमने बोला सर.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. You try things for just the fun of it, and that's how you begin,
Exactly.
right? Wow.
Exactly. तो वही दैट वाज द थिंग, राइट. आई मीन तब भी फोर्थ ईयर में ऐसा ही ऐसे स्टार्टअप के साथ काम करने लगे. बस फ्री में कि सर आप बताओ, सो हाउ डू वी ग्रो योर बिजनेस, राइट. दैट्स प्राइमरी. सो वो बताते थे हमें कि उनका प्रॉब्लम क्या है. देन थिंक अबाउट जस्ट बी बस अ फ्यू ऑफ अस टुगेदर वी आर डूइंग दिस. सो ये सब किया. फिर तो नौकरी लग गई. तो देन विद इन 1 year, as I said, I realized want to ditch that. So that
So
happened.
again,
And
sorry, what was the first job? So yeah,
it
नौकरी
was an
कहाँ
it
पे?
was an investment bank called Nomura, right?
Right.
It's a something. So it's called risk analyst. That's exactly the title.
Hmm.
uh, और जब बेसिकली जॉब के स्टार्टिंग में होता है कि आपको नॉर्मली कॉलेज में कैंपस में जब प्लेसमेंट्स होते हैं, राइट, तो लोग ऐसे आते हैं कंपनी में, बताते हैं कि आप आओगे कंपनी में और यू विल डू सम फैंटास्टिक थिंग्स, राइट. बहुत सारे हाई फंडे मैथ्स होगा, हाई फंडे कंप्यूटर साइंस होगा, और आपको लगता है कि हाँ ये तो काफी कूल चीज है, ये तो करना ही है. बट देन वंस यू एंड अप देयर, वहां पे आपको पता चलता है आप सिर्फ मीन मीडियन और स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन से खेल रहे हो, और उसी के अराउंड आप मॉडल्स बना रहे हो. तो वो थोड़े दिनों में आपको आई विल गेट बोर्ड ऑफ दैट, राइट. तो इट्स नॉट बोर्ड, आई मीन वी जस्ट डोंट लाइक दैट एनीमोर. You don't want to do that. So at least at that early age, definitely not. So then I said, हाँ बस ये तो मैं नहीं कर रहा अभी इस उम्र में. I'm not gonna go for that. तो वही था क्या, मुझे ये था कि अगर रिस्क कभी नहीं लिया एट द अर्ली एज ऑफ माई स्टेज ऑफ माई करियर, तो देन कभी नहीं ले पाऊंगा. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड कि जॉब तो बॉस इस साल के अंदर छोड़ना ही है, 6 महीने के अंदर ही छोड़ना है. वो तो 6 महीने आई परसिस्टेड. आई नो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपेंड, सो आई सस्टेन फॉर अनदर 6 months, देन इट left. और फिर आई स्टार्टेड. तो तब एक आइडिया था. आई मीन दैट आइडिया वाज नॉट एक्चुअली श्योर. दैट वाज समथिंग ऑन logistics based industry, right? I mean, how could you use technology? I mean, AI नहीं बोलते थे खैर, तब तो AI was not a thing, right? It was primarily called optimizations
Right.
that you would
Machine
use, right? So
learning.
AI was not the
Right.
हाँ, मशीन लर्निंग भी लोग एक्चुअली इतना नहीं बोलते. वो ऑप्टिमाइजेशन था, कैसे आप मैथमेटिकल फुल मैथमेटिकल मॉडल बनाते हो, तो इतना फुल ये सब था नहीं.
Also
So
there are
idea was,
yeah. Also there are a lot of memes where they say previously it was statistics, now it's AI, right?
एब्सोल्युटली एग्जैक्टली राइट, एग्जैक्टली. वो सब कुछ स्टैटिस्टिक्स हुआ करता था. स्टैटिस्टिक्स बहुत अच्छा लगता था, राइट. वो कॉलेज से क्लास 11 12 से बहुत था. तो तब ऐसा था कि कैन यू यूज सम ऑफ दोज मैथमेटिकल मॉडल्स टू मेक the logistics, specifically there's a lot of problem in transport, how that is happening, बहुत optimization inefficiencies है. So can we use some of that to do that? Except that we realized, I mean, there were again a few of us doing that together, and we realized that within a few months of doing that, while that's a cool mathematical model to build, and that's actually very fascinating problem, but usko solve karne ke liye it needs to be a lot more operational.
Right.
I mean, you need to be a lot more on ground, because logistics as an industry is very that kind of an industry जहाँ पे आप ऐसे बैठ के कंप्यूटर पे मॉडल बना लिए, उसका कोई फायदा इतना होगा नहीं जब तक आप ग्राउंड पे जाके उसको कंप्लीटली इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं करते. टॉक विद मल्टीपल ट्रक, कैरियर लोडर्स अक्रॉस द कंट्री ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. बहुत सारे ऐसे ऑन ग्राउंड चैलेंजेस आते हैं जो कि आप ऐसे मैथमेटिकल मॉडल में तो नहीं भी सॉल्व कर रहे हो, राइट. तो दैट रिक्वायर्ड अ वेरी डिफरेंट अप्रोच, एंड वी रियलाइज कि while that is a good problem, but again not at that right point of career where I want to do more techish things rather than lot more operational things. So that's it, we did that, and that's after that Pure happened. So Prashant, who's the founder of Pure, so I got in touch with him, and then Vato make Pure started. So that was actually, yeah, the fourth person to join. Fourth or fifth.
Right.
Yes.
So this was the whole journey behind Cure. So let's talk about what Cure exactly does.
Cure is primarily an AI for medical imaging company. तो
Right.
जैसे जितने medical images होते हैं जैसे chest X-rays, head CTs, primarily हम अभी तो वही करते हैं but जितने भी medical images हैं ideally all those can be अब currently obviously most of the cases are done by radiologists, are read by radiologists. But there's an opportunity and use case for radiologists not replacing basically, but to use AI to help radiologists read them faster and better. So that's what exactly Cure does. It's almost like what you, I mean, जो लोग radiology नहीं जानते या फिर medical imaging नहीं जानते उनके लिए basically what driverless cars are primarily solving the problem for, you know, in Uber and all the cars. That's exactly the kind of problem we are solving for medical imaging. Right? जहाँ पे radiology, so how can we use that to solve that, make that process more faster? एंड दैट्स व्हाट इट है. तो एक मेडिकल इमेज देंगे आप, ये एआई सॉफ्टवेयर है, आप मेडिकल इमेज दो, विद इन तुरंत 30 सेकंड के अंदर आपको कंप्लीट इंटरप्रिटेशन आ जाएगा कि ये चेस्ट एक्सरे है, इसमें ये प्रॉब्लम्स है, डेफिशिएंसीज दिखते हैं पेशेंट के. And that's exactly what it is. So quick instant diagnosis of medical images like X-rays through an algorithm.
Right. Okay, amazing. So, if a person has a tumor, so the AI can detect the tumor itself, or if he has some other kind of anomalies. So, you basically train AI to understand that particular problem. Is that correct?
Absolutely, exactly. They obviously the AI, that what you see as an output is, as I said, within 3 seconds and then you get a diagnosis
Right.
of what is there in the X-ray or a CT. But in order to make that algorithm, we have to train on huge amount of data with medical reports. You know, for example, the chest X-ray algorithm itself, right, which is one of the flagship products at Cure. उसको बनाने में we had to do 2.4 billion chest X-rays, right? So 2.4 million, I mean, just compare this as a scale, right? As a radiologist, आप या फिर as a human being आप अपने पूरे लाइफ टाइम में कितने टेस्ट एक्सरे देखोगे versus right, what a software can do. So
Right.
that's where the AI becomes very
and
powerful.
and maybe this is why AI is has more precision for finding problems than even human doctors. Is that right?
I do not go on to the point saying that it's able to pick up things which a human radiologists are not able to do. I genuinely don't think current state of the art AI algorithms have that capability already, but they are definitely able to go on a
Match
same
somewhere.
level as radiologists, match that for sure. And in some cases, some abnormalities, yes, absolutely able to do that. Most importantly, things which are very tough or consuming, time consuming. Like for example, marking out the volume of a tumor, right? That
Right.
can extremely manually time consuming task. That is for an algorithm that's extremely instantaneous. So those are exactly the benefits, right? या फिर remote areas जाते हो आप, right? जैसे for example tuberculosis screening की आप बात करें, तो India is one of the largest TB countries globally. It's 10.4 million TB cases got recorded last year. So TB या फिर COVID या remote areas पे जाते हो तो आपके पास radiologist या doctor की कमी होती है, right? Specifically in India, Southeast Asian areas, African areas. अब वहाँ पे अगर आपको नॉर्मल रेडियोलॉजिस्ट को 3-4 हफ्ते लगते हैं to just get back on a report, right? This is some of the data that we have from some places. So 3-4 हफ्ते लगते हैं, so that's where AI can help extremely well, right? Instead of waiting for weeks or to really get a result within just like few minutes, right?
Okay, so your company is making use of thing called artificial intelligence. So let's again dissect this particular thing, that what actually is artificial intelligence. So let's go in deep and discuss some of the things, some basics. Or yeah.
Good question, Ami. I mean, ये बेसिकली एक सेमेस्टर भर का कोर्स है जो आप मुझसे अगले 10 मिनट
I'm so smart now, right?
but I can do a try and give you what is best. So काफी सारे lectures में जहाँ पे जाते हो, there are somewhere people ask me that question. So एक बहुत सबसे simple answer है कि basically you know, so आप मान लो मूवी जाते हो, right? आप मूवी जा रहे हो, आज रात को आपको मूवी जाना है, तो आप डिसाइड कर रहे हो कि मूवी कैसे जाना है, राइट? आई मीन आज मूवी जाना भी है कि नहीं, राइट? सो यू आर टेकिंग मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स लाइक लेट्स से वेदर कैसा है, मूवी की रेटिंग क्या है, प्राइस ऑफ टिकट क्या है, वगैरह वगैरह। और ये चीजें आप एक इफ एंड एल्स प्रोसेस, अगर आप एकदम सिंपल प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में बात करें तो इफ एंड एल्स स्टेटमेंट्स में आप डिवाइड कर रहे हो कि अगर ये ऐसा है कंडीशन, ऐसा है तो 3-4 कंडीशन मीट हो गए तो जाऊंगा, वरना नहीं जाऊंगा। और क्या ऑल्सो डिपेंड करके कि इन चीजों का आपके पास प्रेफरेंस क्या होता है। ऑब्वियसली यू कैन बी समवन हु लाइक्स अ लॉट ऑफ प्राइस, वेरी प्राइस सेंसिटिव, राइट? तो आपको प्राइस हाई होगा तो आप जाओगे ही नहीं। तो ऐसे डिफरेंट आपके पास डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स है, और उन सारे फैक्टर्स का आपके पास एक वेटेज होता है, राइट? आप क्या जैसे आई मीन आप समवन हु प्रेफर्स अ लॉट फॉर लाइक से शाहरुख खान मूवीज, तो शाहरुख खान है तो उसका वेटेज बहुत हाई है,
वेटेज हाई
तो ऐसे कुछ। हाँ, राइट? तो आप जब डिसीजन लेते हो तो उसका प्रेफरेंस होता है, डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स है, उनका प्रेफरेंस होता है, और उसके बेसिस पे आप डिसीजन लेते हो, राइट? So this is exactly the same process that we replicate now through machines. So you have got different factors which you now in machine and learning language or artificial intelligence language call as inputs. ये आपके पास हर एक फैक्टर है, उसका एक प्रेफरेंस होता है, उसको आप कहते हो वेट्स। और फिर बेसिकली नथिंग बट वो इनपुट आता है, इनपुट इनटू वेट, और डिफरेंट इनपुट है, उन हर एक का वेटेज आप ऐड करो, फिर आप देखो कि इज इट गुड फॉर यू टू गो फॉर द मूवी और नॉट। एंड डूइंग दिस on a scale and learning what is the way. So what AI is basically doing is कि given a data of input and given a data of output, it learns the weightage, right? So या आप मुझे एक है कि आपके पास ऑलरेडी आपके प्रेफरेंसेस पता है, राइट? आपको पता है कि शाहरुख खान की मूवी के आपके हाई वेटेज है, प्राइस का आपका प्राइस ऑफ द टिकट अगर हाई है तो आप नहीं जाओ, तो ये आपको पता है, राइट? बट फॉर AI व्हाट इट डज इज आप उसको बेसिकली सारे मूवीज का लिस्ट दे देते हो, आप उन सारे फैक्टर्स का पता है कि हाँ प्राइस हाई है, ये है, and from there it learns to figure out what is exactly your weightage, right? What is your preference for each of the factors. That's what AI is. So in a way वो रेडियोलॉजी, अगर आप मेडिकल इमेजिंग की बात करें तो इमेजेस है और रिपोर्ट्स है, राइट? और ये दैट बेसिकली इनपुट एंड आउटपुट, वो इनपुट आउटपुट सारे इतने सारे देख देख के बेसिकली लर्न्स टू फिगर आउट हाउ टू map the input to the output.
Right.
So that's exactly what AI is. I mean, I don't know. ये मेरा best attempt at 10-minute
No,
course on AI.
it was pretty good. I mean, it's one of the best explanation I have heard of, right? So let's think of it this way. If we have to make some decision, we definitely need some parameters, and उस parameter की weightage कितनी, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि अगर शाहरुख खान है तो उसकी weightage बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है. So these are parameters and these are weighted. Based on that, we make any decision. We might not dissect this particular thing, but behind the scene हमारा दिमाग यही कर रहा होता है. So अब क्योंकि एक मशीन एक साथ हजारों मिलियंस ऑफ पैरामीटर्स और उनके वेटेज को कंपेयर कर सकती है एक साथ और एक एंड पॉइंट पे पहुंच सकती है, so this is why AI is making some exceptional things happen, right? Amazing, amazing. So let's further talk about some of the accomplishments. So आपका contribution healthcare industry में क्या रहा है? So some of your challenges, some of your expertise, some of your accomplishment. So आपने क्या so yeah, let's talk about that.
I mean, accomplishments तो पता नहीं. I mean, probably not significantly enough. Anything probably. But challenges तो definitely बात कर सकता हूँ, क्योंकि that has been, I mean, since 2016 when we started, it's been, I mean, the kind of outlook that people had towards AI versus what people have outlook towards AI right now, that is drastically different, right? Also versus when you talk to a physician or a radiologist in those days, right? Kind of feedback I would get and kind of looks people would give me, right? कि आप computer science ऐसे background से आके आप हमें सिखाओगे radiology. Right, versus to people being a lot more accommodative. So I mean, challenges were obviously that, right? Firstly is that at that point of time I remember talking to a lot of radiologists or physicians also, and everyone, for them it was a fun toy, right? आप basically कुछ लोग जो है जो already statistics background से थे, तो उनको पता था कि क्या हो रहा है, so they did not buy into the buzzword of AI and machine learning. They were very clear what we are doing, so they understood the process, right? For the rest of the people it was just a buzzword, and people were trying to think what all can be done, and people had all fantastic ideas and expectations also, right? people thought AI आएगा और फिर you will have things being detected which human readers are not able to do and all of that, which actually I don't think happened, right? I mean that's a truth, right? So that it did not happen that way, but challenges were that, right? If people were expecting a lot, people were not clear how to use. The most biggest problem I would say was 2016. You ask people how to use AI, and people had very different ideas. People had thought about very different ways how you could use AI, and not none of them. I mean, lot of them I would say, looking back right now, were actually anything that were real use cases. Right? That's where I think one of the biggest challenges that you overcame was to find कि exactly ये कहाँ use करना है और किस लिए use करना है. For example, I was mentioning right tuberculosis detection. आप नॉर्मली आप मान लो अगर ट्यूबरकुलोसिस नहीं है, नॉर्मल हेल्थ केयर सेटिंग में आपके पास बहुत सारे रेडियोलॉजिस्ट है, तो वहाँ पे आपके एआई का एक्चुअली कोई यूज केस नहीं है, राइट? क्योंकि वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी रेडियोलॉजिस्ट है, काफी लोग हैं वहाँ पे देखने के लिए. आप वहाँ पे यू आर नॉट गोना बी एबल टू सॉल्व सम extra different problems using AI. But the real problems that we can solve, for example, is within India, Africa, right, where you do not have enough people on ground, in remote places जहाँ पे reports आने में 3-4 हफ्ते लग रहे हैं. 3-4 हफ्ते में basically what is happening is since TB और COVID also, right? COVID के केस में भी आर्टिफिशियल रिजल्ट्स आने में 10 दिन लगते हैं.
Right.
एंड दिस आर इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज. 10 दिन अगर आप वेट कर रहे हो रिजल्ट का, तो 10 दिन में आप और लोगों को इन्फेक्ट कर रहे हो, राइट? अभी तो कोविड में लॉकडाउन है तो लोग इन्फेक्ट ज्यादा नहीं कर पा रहे थैंकफुली, बट टीबी के केस में वैसा नहीं होता. टीबी के केस में पीपल आर एक्चुअली देयर इज नो लॉकडाउन, पीपल गो आउट एंड स्प्रेड टीबी टू मोर पीपल इन दैट 3-4 weeks that you are not there. So there's a real use case there to give an instantaneous result right then and there where you do not have enough resources. So that's exactly one of the use case AI solves, which again I feel that's where the real use case of AI comes in, right? It's not really जितना आप बोलो, obviously radiologist को help करना and all of that's obviously a time saving thing, but I think biggest satisfaction also comes in the fact that वहाँ पे actually people are dying, people are actually at a risk, right? वहाँ पे we're able to help using AI, that's genuinely powerful, right? So that's one of the I think significant ways in which Cure has been able to contribute to healthcare. बाकी challenges तो बहुत सारे रहे. I mean, just to train AI algorithms. I mean, if I can talk challenge, this was one of the challenge, for example, in terms of how we grow the company. Technically, तो बहुत सारे challenges रहे, right? I mean, X-rays itself are so various different kinds of things, right? I mean, जो एक्सरे आपको एक मशीन से दूसरे मशीन में इतना वेरिएबिलिटी आता है, राइट? एंड देन देयर इज आल्सो अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट it's I mean look at real life data. I mean, Kaggle is one of the, for example, जहाँ पे data sets मिलते हैं, right? But those are very nice data sets. वो real life से काफी दूर होता है, और if you build more models on those, you might succeed in like on those Kaggle data set, but in real life data sets will very different.
Right. So from every hospital, the data set is going to be very different. The way they store those data is going to be different. The way those captured data is going to be really, really different. So yeah, I can relate with that. That's
absolutely. Yeah. कुछ images में आपका पूरा वो what do you call that, the exposure, right? Exposure is so high, पूरा काला है, right?
Right.
कुछ images exposure तो बहुत different होता है. I mean, it's real life data is very different from what you see. So to make something that is a theoretical concept, right? 2016, you're talking about AI in medical images. That's clearly a theoretical concept, right? There's not really much. To take something theoretical to something which is actually working in real life, that's actually where I think that's one of the, I would say, technically one of the major contributions that we have had.
Also, I was consulting with a radiologist once, and we were discussing the AI in healthcare, and he asked me, how can you trust the AI? How can you trust the prediction? Because if it makes a false true, I mean, उस बंदे की लाइफ पे काफी असर पड़ने वाला है. So how do you do that? So the way I explained it is like we make sure that we don't make too much manipulation in the images. Also, there is an authority who's watching on us, that if we don't do that, like there is authority, like there is FDA approvals, and there are so many things we have to pass through for the product to be actually used on human patients or to be used in medical process. So what is your take on this, the accuracy? What is your take?
Yeah, it's a very interesting question, because ऐसा है कि आज के दिन पे there are like I think I don't know कुछ last time December की statistics there are some 200 250 odd AI companies हैं. अब AI companies का accuracy ये सब की बात कर रहे हैं. You talk about the statistics like accuracy or sensitivity, specificity. The interesting thing to understand is this is all I can claim anything, right? So if I choose 100 X-rays on which I have trained my algorithm absolutely correctly, और मैं सिर्फ उसी 100 X-rays को उठा के मैं बोलता हूँ इस पर performance check करेंगे. तो आपकी accuracy 100, sensitivity 100, specificity 100, सब कुछ perfect, right?
Right.
So biggest challenge is firstly people need to be, I mean I would call it literate, but yeah, I mean knowledgeable enough to understand कि AI is that means जहाँ पे आपको कोई कंपनी आके बोलेगा अरे हमारी एल्गोरिथम तो सर एकदम 100% एक्यूरेट है, राइट?
Right.
तो हाउ डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट, राइट? बिकॉज़ या वही इधर वो जैसे एक्सेस उसी पे ट्रेन किया हुआ है एल्गोरिथम, तो उसी पे आप बोलो
Obviously,
100%
100%. Right. It's not possible. Right.
आप वो जो टेस्ट भी कर रहे हो उसपे भी आप डेटा सेट ऐसे चूज कर लो कि जिससे आपका सबसे बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस आए हो, राइट? तो ऐसे तरीके से, I mean, I'm not going into the technical details. Actually, technically, there are multiple ways you can fake a performance, right? In terms of you quote as performance. Also, what you quote as performance is also very interesting. That itself is a challenge, right? कि आप accuracy बता दो, क्योंकि accuracy का क्या है? आप मान लो cancer patient देख रहे हो, right? So 1 in 100 patients is cancer. आप सबको non-cancer बोल दो, आपकी 99% accuracy है. But that 1% for whom it matters doesn't have a real. So what statistics to quote is an interesting problem, and the statistics quote जो आप कर रहे हो, how you come at that statistics is also a very interesting thing, right? So people are not aware of that a lot. So I think when I meet radiologists, I literally spend a lot of time explaining them. I said, sir, आप भूल जाओ, you forget about theory, forget about everything. Let me first explain you how to understand AI algorithms, and that is primarily these are few things, right? कि आपको पहले यूज केस बताओ, आपको एग्जैक्टली कैसे यूज करना है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपका एक्यूरेसी होगा या सेंसिटिविटी होगा या स्पेसिफिसिटी होगा. दैट वुड डिपेंड ऑन हाउ यू आर यूजिंग इट, राइट? So that is very important to understand. So that's one piece of the problem. And second thing, what I always say is that, sir, I mean, you can use it. I have tested this product on 100,000 hospitals, but does it mean it would work for the 100,000 and first hospital? I generally would not be able to answer that with question until unless you check that out on your data, right?
Right.
So that's something that you have to always do. I mean, as a radiologist, you cannot genuinely trust any claim. If people would come with multiple claims, the best way to check for that claim is actually test on your own data. आपके डेटा में चलता है तो आपके लिए इससे बेस्ट कुछ नहीं है.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I can totally relate with that because we have the same experiences. And now let's talk about the very, I mean, we can also talk about your products. Like you have QXR and Q Scout. So they are pretty interesting. They are doing some pretty interesting things in this situation, in the very situation of coronavirus positive cases. So let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So QXR, so as I mean, started 4 years back. Our two major products were one for AI for chest X-ray, which is called QXR. The other is called AI for head CT, called QER. So QXR is, I mean, we had CE marking and it's been used in 28 different countries since last all these years, primarily for tuberculosis and multiple other things. So it's been already been existing since last 4 years. So what we could do with that algorithm was the idea is that you can look at a chest X-ray, you can identify abnormalities from the chest X-ray, all the major ones. So what we did was we repurposed it to pick up the signs of COVID from the chest X-ray using AI. So it's the same algorithm, but it's basically थोड़ा repurposing किया गया है, so to make sure that it can pick up the symptoms of COVID, which are again, and the symptoms are something that we were already CE marked to detect since long, but it's repurposing all of that, make it specific for COVID. So that's basically what it is. It's an AI algorithm that can look at a chest X-ray, it can give out a COVID score, whether it's high, medium, likely, or none, and also mark out the most important thing is it can mark out what is the area of the infection and what is the percentage of the lung that is infected. So this has got very big use case. For example, आप दो मेजर यूज केसेस है, राइट? एक है आरटी, जब आप नॉर्मली बहुत सारी जगहों पे आरटी-पीसीआर टेस्ट काफी कम होते हैं, राइट? किट्स नहीं होते हैं. तो अगर आपको मान लो नॉर्मली द WHO has given a big deadline के टेस्ट, राइट? You need to test as many people. So अगर आपके पास kits कम है and you need to say test, say there are 100 people who are registered as contacts of positively infected people. Now you need to test all those 100 people, but you only have got 6 or 7 test kits, right? So now how do you decide out of those 100 people which are the 6 or 7 people who needs to be tested right now versus किनको आप मान लो थोड़े और किट्स जब आ जाएंगे तो 2-3 दिन बाद, right? So your goal is to pick up those patients who are at the highest risk of death. And that's exactly where the AI software can come in, because it can look at the chest X-ray, and from there it can pick up, yeah, these are the patients who are at the highest risk of morbidity, and you can give them RT-PCR right then and there, confirm the case, and admit them right to the isolation ward into the hospital. So that's the one use case. The second use case is, आप जब hospital में admitted है, right? These are for people who are already infected. Now, how do you see the patients, उनका condition improve हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, right? So how do you see that across multiple days? So that's again done with chest X-rays, and chest X-ray we can quantify what is the percentage infected. So उसके basis पे you can actually give out a nice input to the clinician or a physician कि हाँ इस patient ये है, इनका पिछला 3 X-ray ऐसा रहा और अभी इसका X-ray ऐसा है, तो you can see how the patient has progressed across last 4-5 days. So that's one use case. So that's primarily the QXR piece. Now the other piece that you mentioned, which is called QScout. QScout is primarily a ecosystem of solutions, which is जो हम टीवी के लिए एक्चुअली बना रहे थे. It was already something that was in works. It was in tested in multiple sites. That was supposed to go live in around 3-4 महीने बाद. But we fast tracked all of that. So it's primarily a contact registration portal where it's an EHR which is specifically focused on infectious diseases like TB and COVID. It also has got a piece for monitoring people remotely. That's, I think, is the most important piece, right? क्योंकि आज के दिन में क्या हो रहा है, government at least in lot of places is calling out people on phone and checking with them, specifically the people who are at risk, or people who are registered as contact. So how do you, that's not a sustainable and scalable process, right? So how do we do that automatically using a chatbot? So that's exactly the problem we are solving using QScout.
Amazing. So yeah, they are pretty major issues और आप उसे AI का इस्तेमाल करके solve कर रहे हो. It's pretty amazing. Also, let's talk about your previous work also. Grey Atom के साथ आपने collaboration करा था. So this was all about educational videos about AI. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's actually उसको भी काफी साल हो गया, I mean 1-1.5 साल हो गए. So that's actually one of the fantastic pieces of I mean I would tend to love that. When I look back, I really love that period. So Grey Atom is one of the, I think, leading data science institutions, I think, at least within India. I mean, generally, I really love them for the kind of content they do and they produce. So this was 2017, I guess, 17. So Grey Atom, and we started working together. So I was primarily doing a lot of instructor sessions for the data science classes that Grey Atom does. So that's how it got started. I really loved that experience. I mean, so I don't know if you have heard this before, but I mean, ये बचपन से, I mean, कॉलेज में भी ये देखा है मैंने कि अगर आपको किसी चीज सीखना हो ना अच्छे से, तो एक तो होता है आप खुद पे वो चलो जैसे यूज कर रहे हो एंड आप सीख रहे हो, दैट इज वन थिंग. बट अगर वो आप किसी को और को सिखाते हो, then it becomes absolutely clearer for you as well, and
Absolutely.
you gain a lot of clarity as well as you are able to pass that knowledge, right?
Right.
I mean, there were a lot of things I was picking up जो कि actually बहुत सारी चीजें practical aspect पे है, right? जो कि आपको normally lecture book पे या theoretical book पे काफी कम मिलता है. So to be able to give that practical experience back, to pass that on to more people so that they can spread to more people, that was a fantastic experience. So that's how Grey Atom got started. So we started doing these lectures, so that happened for a very good period of time. And then Grey Atom said, okay, look, I mean, the lectures are pretty good, so why not record all of this online and put this out on YouTube? So that's how it is right now. So वो काफी actually stressful period था, because ऐसा होता था कि मेरे weekends होता था. So weekend Saturday सुबह 9 से 5 कुछ classes होते थे. So I would take the classes, then I go to the studio for recording it till 12 or 1 in the night. फिर अगले दिन वापस से 9 बजे class जाओ, 5 बजे, and then you do this. And then you are normally also your office stuff and everything is also there. So it was crazy, but yeah, I loved it. I mean, I did that because I genuinely loved that experience of teaching people. I mean, the kind of students I interacted with, I really love that. I really miss that, not being able to do that because of my work pressure right now, but I genuinely love it.
ओके सो अश्मिता भट्टाचार्य ने कमेंट करा है दैट आई एम अ बिग फैन एंड अश्मिता सेज दैट वो साकिनाका से है, तो मतलब ऐसा कुछ कमेंट है. और ऑल्सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कमेंट्स, सो थैंक्स फॉर अप्रिशिएटिंग गाइस. और अगर आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है रोहित से, सो आज हमने इन्हें पकड़ रखा है, आप इनसे कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो, राइट? So let's right, बिल्कुल
that.
amazing. So let's move on to this thing. Talking about IIT. IIT is the most prestigious university of India, and वहाँ पे admission obviously मिलना काफ़ी मुश्किल है. There's a big competition of people, and people, as you already said in the beginning, कि लोग 6 से 6th 7th standard से start कर देते हैं इसके लिए prepare करना, right? So and even the worst of all is अगर किसी को इसमें एडमिशन नहीं मिलता है, so some of the students also take the leap of even doing suicide or something bad. So these kind of things are there in India right now. So what is your take? Is IIT the only way of success, only way of succeeding in science, only way of making something in artificial intelligence? Is it the only way?
Absolutely, definitely not. I mean, clearly, I mean, अगर आप blocks में है तो ये capitals में आप लिख दीजिए.
Right.
Definitely not. I mean, I know a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of friends and colleagues who are not from IIT doing brilliant, cutting-edge work across the board, right? I mean, data science is सिर्फ नहीं, बाकी जगह भी. I mean, it's genuine. I mean, the way I'm looking at it, for even you look at me, right? So my major learning of data science and all of that, right? So college में obviously एक course किया था मैंने, but machine learning के ऊपर, but that was not really वो बहुत पुराना था. That was really not the most relevant thing. But what I did after college is actually what is contributed to what I have picked up, right? So I have picked up everything in data science after college. I have not really picked up anything in college. So coming from that perspective, I genuinely think the world, the way it is moving, बहुत सारी जगह है ऑनलाइन सीखने के लिए, कोर्सेज करने के लिए. इट्स जस्ट फिल्ड आउट विद दैट. जिसको करना होता है ना, वो तो वहां से करके आगे बढ़ जाता है. दैट्स समथिंग. ओनली थिंग दैट आई वुड से इज, आई मीन, so why is IIT such a big thing, right? I mean, if it's not, so the only thing that I have for that is the kind of people you go up there with,
right? The very environment around you, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So the people that I have been with all those 4 years, right, and the kind of stimulating environments, the kind of conversations, जो एक ambition, एक motivation आपको लोगों के साथ रह के मिलता है ना, that's something that I think, yeah, that's the reason why IIT is something that I would, so for people who are preparing for JEE, I would always say that, yeah, important है. I mean, it's important because it's good to have that.
Right.
But is it necessary? Definitely not.
It's not the end of the road. अगर आपसे नहीं clear हुआ, it's okay. There are plenty of institutes, there are plenty of tutorials available online. Just go for it. So, right.
Data science की बात कर रहे हो आप, right? So there are courses like Fast AI is doing, or say some of the courses on Udacity. Fast AI is completely free. अगर आप जाओ, सीखो, you got started on a Kaggle project, you do good project on GitHub, you put that up. The world is a oyster free, right? So ये तो बहुत ही, I mean, अगर IIT नहीं हुआ तो फिर तो एंड ऑफ रोड है, वो तो काफी बकवास है.
राइट, ये काफी बकवास है. राइट. सो प्लीज कंसिडर दिस, क्योंकि काफी पेरेंट्स का भी यही सोच है कि अगर बच्चे का IIT नहीं हुआ तो उसका करियर बर्बाद हो जाएगा, लाइफ खराब. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. मैंने भी IIT से नहीं पढ़ा है ऑब्वियसली, सो still I'm teaching students who are in IIT, so you can consider these things and take I mean, education is education, science is science. You can seek it from anywhere. IIT is one source, but there are tons of other sources as well, right? So let's talk about AI in healthcare. और इसका आप क्या फ्यूचर देखते हैं? I mean, right now, as you already said, AI in healthcare was something which is theoretical, and now you made it something workable. But what is the future? What else we will achieve by this artificial intelligence in the healthcare? What is the future of that? What are we going to seek for?
So I would definitely see आज AI what it is right now within healthcare या फिर आप imaging radiology भी मान लो, it's at very early stage, right? अगर आप adoption की बात करो तो भी बहुत ही, I mean, कितनी जगह लोग use कर रहे हैं, right? So it should ideally, one of the things obviously uh, I dream of, and obviously everyone at Pure, I guess, is also dreaming the same, is that this becomes a lot more wide practice, wider across the board. All medical institutions start using it. But now looking at specific applications, I think the bigger use cases, uh, there are a lot of things which obviously humans don't detect right now. या फिर detect होने में काफी late हो जाता है. Right. So and what is also happening is that we are currently, for example, chest X-ray हम देखते हैं तो हम images से analyze करते हैं, right? Whereas actually in real life, chest X-ray is not really, or CT for that matter, it's just not an image. It's actually a bunch of multiple signals of, if you look at the medical physics, it's actually bunch of receptors which are receiving bunch of signals that is just compressed and made interpretable using something like a CT, right? So obviously some of those things are also there, right? Because you can, if you're going down into that kind of a detail to pick up signals, then you will obviously pick up things which are probably missed out by, that's where you can probably go and do things which humanly just might not be able to do.
Absolutely.
But more importantly, I think the question is how do we make something like AI, the way I definitely see it is, the way, at least from my experience and what I've seen in 4 years, is that AI and healthcare is gonna start revolutionizing the healthcare, not in US or UK. I mean, it's obviously there's something that are happening, but I think the push at least has started already from the Southeast Asia, the lower middle income countries, because that's where you generally don't have radiologists or physicians to really do the diagnosis at the point of care, right, or where you need the most, right? You don't have that. So that's where it is starting. And I think going forward, the idea would be basically in a very futuristic way that healthcare should be something that you can access at home. That's where the magic would start happening, right? Currently, आपके healthcare के लिए आपको needs के लिए you have to go to a doctor, you have to travel outside. Obviously, there are bands like the one that I'm wearing. It monitors a bunch of things, but that's just it's a tip of it, right? I think all of this, right? I mean, a band it can only monitor a few things, but going forward, the way I really visualize it is that the entire healthcare should be something that should happen at home, right? Starting from diagnosis all the way to curing all of that. That's where I think we should definitely try, and that's a realistic goal. But let's see how quickly we reach there. But yeah, I definitely think this whole idea of people needing to go out and go healthcare outside, this is stupid. This should not happen, right? This has to somewhere down the line definitely need to change.
Well, yes, absolutely. So yeah, I can relate with some of your things, and I can understand. I have not did that much AI, the amount of you are doing, but I did something, so I can pretty much relate to it. AI in healthcare. So let's also take some questions from listeners. So one question is from Devraj and Devranjan. So Devranjan is asking how to pursue artificial intelligence academically for a non CS and BTech graduate. So उन्होंने CS या BTech graduate नहीं भी करा हो तो भी वो AI को कैसे pursue कर सकते? What are the options?
Okay, just for clarification, right? I did not do CS at IIT Bombay. I had courses that I had taken as elective, so I have not done CS or BTech also.
Oh,
so that's the thing, right? So that's the first major. I mean, your answer to your question. I mean, मैं जीता जाते example of someone who did not do computer science at IIT and still doing this, right? So that's the first thing. Now, how do I? I mean, it's not just me. I mean, there are a bunch of people doing it. और ये बहुत कोई rocket science नहीं है. First and most important thing is आपको, so there are two ways you can approach it, right? आपको data science सीखना तो there are two ways. या तो आपको maths बहुत अच्छा लगता है, statistics अच्छा लगता है, या आपको coding बहुत अच्छी लगती है. So normally a lot of computer science students actually get it from the coding perspective.
right.
Whereas it was like slightly different. क्योंकि मेरे को maths और statistics बहुत था, उसका नशा ऐसा था कि maths use करना somehow. So that's how I got into AI. So, but the thing that I'm trying to get at is when you start getting into AI, you have to be very clear with the basics, right? आप चाहे किसी भी एंगल से घुसो, आपको you have to obviously have a liking for that subject from one of the angles,
Right.
and then you have to go to the basics and understand that. You just cannot be doing a course like Coursera पे किया, certification लिया और खत्म किया. So that's not the thing. But do a course, understand to the basic. फिर open projects 50 सारे हैं, right? GitHub, Kaggle तो छोड़ ही दो आप. There are multiple OpenAI projects.
Right.
There are multiple people looking out for people who can help on AI, right? So that's how so you do start working on that, because पहले तो Kaggle में चालू करो क्योंकि रियल लाइफ डेटा काफी अलग होता है. So start with data sets that are curated. वहाँ पे अगर आपने कर लिया, then you go into real life data where it's obviously a bit more tougher. Once you go there, आप रियल लाइफ डेटा में अगर काम कर लिए तो आपको बहुत सारे ऐसे insights मिलेंगे जो कि आपको रियल लाइफ, I mean when you were working on Kaggle नहीं मिला. So those insights को now you compile together and start pushing out in a blog or some kind of a medium, right? Because the world needs to notice your what the work you're doing, right? So that's the pathway I would think is very applicable for someone wanting to start out in data science. समझो चीजों को completely fully, apply them in real life, and then start pushing the quality of work that you're doing into a GitHub profile, into your GitHub blog, and then if you're really doing interesting work, trust me, there are a lot of people gonna take notice of that. So
Okay.
that's in a short.
Wow, amazing. So you covered a lot of things. You also covered where they can get the data sets and all those things. So thanks for that. Also, Adarsh has a question. So Adarsh is one of my colleague and he is one of the friend जिसके साथ मैंने ये सारी चीज़ें start करी. So आदर्श का question है कि Rohit, where is there any extra charges for AI powered reporting? So if he he also has a software company. So if he wants some AI powered reporting in some kind of tool, is there any charges or something?
So currently for all the products that we have C certification for, that are commercial in nature. So that's
Right.
already live in so many places. That's commercial in nature. But I mean, in terms of, yeah, so I don't think that answers the question for AI powered reporting. But yeah, if there's something that he's looking to integrate for a larger thing, you can definitely look into that separately.
Right, right. Yeah, also.
But also the thing is, it's not a B2C thing, right? I mean, we are not giving out the report to normal people.
Okay.
So that's also one. So
You
it's not open
have to be some institution, some hospital or something, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Right. So also Adarsh, अगर आपको simple tool use करना है, I'm not sure which kind of reporting we are here talking about, because Adarsh is not in healthcare and he's right now not doing the healthcare things. So अगर आप normal tools use कर रहे हो, जैसे कि आपको किसी basic analysis और basic चीज़ों का result आपको दिखाना है, so tools are pretty much free and you can use TensorFlow like tools and they'll basically provide you some information, some data analysis and all those things. You can do that for free. But yes, if you want to take services from him, from Rohit, so definitely they are commercial in nature. Okay. So Seema says you are truly inspiration to you, Rohit sir.
Thank you, thanks Seema.
Okay, so these was comments. Now we are at the final section, so which is the rapid fire round. Okay. So I'm going to ask you.
You have really put me on suspense. So for every viewer, I mean, obviously, Avi has not told me the rapid fire question. So this is the only. I mean, I'm generally like.
They are pretty
scared, I would say.
Yeah. So okay, so let's just start it. The suspense is over. Okay. The question number one: IIT versus MIT. What is your take? IIT, right?
IIT.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Question number two. Right.
Yeah.
OpenAI versus TensorFlow.
OpenAI.
OpenAI. Me too.
I mean Python. TensorFlow में Python. Sorry.
Again, Elon Musk Zindabad. Right. Next. Absolutely. Next, third question is, what is your prediction? अगर हम AI को future तक ले जाते हैं, so AI will be good or AI will be bad as Terminator or something?
I mean, वैसे तो बहुत ही लंबा आंसर है, but short answer is good. I think it's good.
Right.
It's like I mean, it's like everything with like you know, super bad, right? Nuclear power, right? So it can be used for good. It
can be used for good and bad both. Right.
I genuinely believe in the overall, I would say, goodness of human nature. I'm a big believer of that. So I believe that people are genuinely a lot. They mean to do good by everyone. So I think when AI actually reaches everyone's hand and it's a lot more usable. Obviously, it's not as usable right now. But when it
Exactly.
becomes that, it would become something that people will figure out ways to do good. I mean, to do bad. Even if people do, for example, deepfakes is an example, right? It's not really the most preferable use case of AI, but then people have countered that as well, right? So I think yeah, overall तो बच जाएगा.
Right. So I would like to elaborate this one because this is obviously one of my fascinating and interesting part as well. So AI is good or bad depends on who is using that. A gun is good or bad depends who is using that. A car is good or bad because it depends on who is using that. If a good person is using a car, can be an ambulance. If high is using it, it can kill people.
Exactly.
So obviously,
Exactly.
yeah. And also, so to fight this AI versus human fight, we should have the democratization of AI. So it means for the same reason OpenAI was founded, because Elon Musk was not very happy with the TensorFlow and all those things, the keeping secrets. And now they have democratized as well, but previously, so he launched his own OpenAI.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
it's a very good example of reinforcement learning का जो research. I mean, एक है democratizing के दो parts है, right? एक होता है कि आप कुछ चीजों को open source करो, जो कि I would say AI में खैर काफी दिनों से हो रहा था. I mean, people were publishing papers and that's at least thankfully a very good practice. I know a lot of fields like investment banking जहाँ पे मैं पहले था, right? There's not really as वहाँ पे तो काफी secretive है. I mean, आप क्या कर
right,
रहे हो किसी को बताना ही नहीं.
right.
But computer science, AI at least thankfully has been a lot more open source, but that is not enough about democratization. Democratization goes slightly beyond that, where you are bringing that for common people to use it, right? अगर मान लो आज के टाइम पे मान लो if someone's not having any computer science education or anything to do with coding, how can that person also use AI on their own data set, build something small and take that to say a API levels where they can use it, right? So that's exactly where I think democratization will fully happen. And I know a lot of startups who are trying to solve that problem as well. So I'm genuinely very, very optimistic, very hopeful that that would happen very soon. But yeah, let's see.
And इसी के साथ रोहित, we have come to an end and we are really really thankful कि आपने अपना time निकाला. I know how precious your time is and I do understand how busy you are in such situation right now. So thanks for coming on the show. And if lastly, if you have any message for people or audience who's listening us, so feel free for it. Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. So, I mean, मैं काफी cliche messages दे सकता हूँ, but I think one thing that I'll say, which is something that I've personally very, I don't know, might seem counterintuitive, and something that I have seen with my life. I'll probably give that message out, which is that you know, try and be. I mean, there's obviously this known proverb, कि, you know, focus करो आप चीजों को एक time, you know, just do that one thing for a lot of time, practice makes a man perfect, and some of those things, 10,000 hours. While that is good, and I completely agree with it, but what I definitely like to do it is slightly the different way, which is do a lot of things. Do a lot of things. Obviously, if you do a lot of things, you will figure out what is good for you, what is bad for you. You will figure out what is, but it's, I think the way things are moving right now, if you're someone who has just done one kind of thing forever in your life, the value of that probably thing is obviously in that specific field might be there. But when you do a lot of things in life, I mean, obviously when you're doing one thing, you're extremely focused on that. That's definitely not goes without saying. But try and gain different experiences. That will, you know, really render different. So just to give you an idea, data science, right? When I had started, I remember going into a lot of conferences talking about the technical piece of things. But I remember, and when I used to look at a lot of my colleagues talking data science stuff, I realized that a lot of that thing is primarily within like specifically coders के साथ नहीं होता, right? You basically are in a box in a cubicle, you see the decision making, and specifically if you're building AI, तो आपको लगता है कि हाँ ये AI algorithm और better कैसे कर सकते हैं? When you're trying to make better accuracies, you're trying to think अच्छा एक different layer लगा देते हैं और complex कर देते हैं algorithm को. That's how you make it better, right? But in reality, the way you make it better is slightly different. You actually understand, for example, how humans do that decision, right?
Right.
Or data का quality क्या है, right? lot of other things which are actually completely outside, which are not into understanding the economics of the problem, right? How is the data collected? Data collect करने में कोई bias तो नहीं रहा. A lot of that understanding, when you have that, you actually solve the problem way more better through some quick fixes, जो कि algorithm के उसके है ही नहीं, algorithm को better करने के अराउंड है ही नहीं. So that is very important to learn in that. So I think that's so you try and be a lot more wide-minded, try and gain real-life understanding of products and problems and business decisions, and most importantly, gain those perspectives. I think if you do a lot of things in life, you will gain those perspectives to think about a problem differently, just by the nature of it. So वो करिए, just go out, बाहर जाइए, चीजों को सब एनालाइज कीजिए. There's nothing really called tech. There's not really a boundary which says कि ये tech नहीं है, या ये business नहीं है.
Right.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. सब कुछ tech है, सब कुछ business, सब कुछ समझना पड़ेगा. And then only you will make up a perfect data scientist. Right? When you understand the entire story. सिर्फ छोटा part से कुछ नहीं होगा.
Right, amazing. So from your this whole speech, I got 3 major points और जिससे मैं focus करता हूँ. एक, do a lot of things, right? And इंडिया में हम किस हिसाब से करियर अपना चुनते हैं वो मेजरली ये रहता है कि हमें फैमिली में कौन क्या कर रहा है, एंड वी सी कि उसकी लाइफ काफ़ी ग्लोरियस है, लेट्स डू दैट, ओके. बट इन इजराइल वी सी एन एग्जाम्पल कि जब अपना आप हाई स्कूल करते हो, देन दे गिव यू 1 year vacation, 1 whole year vacation, and in that year you have to try a lot of things and then decide that what you want to do. So you can travel the whole world, and it's paid by the government in that 1 year, and then you decide what to do. Okay, so that is one thing.
Right.
The second thing you mentioned, I'm forgetting that kind of. Yeah, so the second thing you mentioned was the meta work. So like we have data and we have metadata. You mentioned that okay, you are doing the work, you are understanding the algorithm, but there's a lot of meta work related to this algorithm. To be feeded the data you have to process it in several ways, right? So काम से रिलेटेड भी बहुत सारे काम होते हैं. अपने काम को ग्लोरीफाई करने के लिए आप अगर उनसे रिलेटेड काम पे फोकस करोगे, so it's going to help you really well. And the last one, which was just right now, I'm completely forget the last one, but last one was pretty amazing tip as well. I'll rewind that and then yeah, please.
I think I was thinking बाहर जाइए and like go out and there's nothing but tech and there's nothing but this.
Right. Absolutely. The no boundaries thing, right? In real life, you have no boundaries. Like आपने colleges में पढ़ा कि ये मेरा subject है, ये मेरा subject नहीं है. But when you come to this, when I come to this, there's no such thing as radiology मेरा subject नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं radiology नहीं पढ़ा, right? I had to understand physics, I had to understand radiology. When you come in real life scenarios, there's no such thing as subjects, there's no such thing as boundaries. Knowledge की कोई भी boundaries नहीं. So keep learning everything. Interest. Build the interest in each one of the things. These are 3 amazing tips, and these are so well explained. Thank you.
Thanks, Avi, for having me on the podcast. Genuinely a pleasure, big pleasure. And yeah, thanks a lot for doing it.
It's my pleasure having such a guest on show, and we had such a great conversation throughout. And yeah, have a great day. और जो भी हमें इस समय सुन रहे हैं, इस समय कोरोना वायरस क्योंकि अपने चरम पे है, so जो लॉकडाउन है उसकी सीमा बढ़ा दी गई है. प्लीज़ फॉलो दैट. अगर आपके घरों में, मोहल्लों के आसपास कोई भी नीडी पीपल हैं जिनके घर पे खानों या किसी चीज तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स है, सो प्लीज उसका ध्यान रखें. वी डिड स्ट्रीम दिस फ्राइडे एंड आपने 1,33,000 रुपए का डोनेशन हमें कलेक्ट करवाया. वी आर रियली थैंकफुल फॉर दैट. एंड वैभव एंड निखिल आर ऑल्सो विद मी, सो वी कलेक्टेड दैट. सो इट वॉज प्रीटी अमेजिंग फॉर मी. वी वॉज नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग, बट इट वॉज a huge amount which you donated. Also, one more thank you to Anurag Anand. So Anurag Anand, even after the stream is finished and I told him the purpose is served, he gave me 10,000 rupees from his money, and he's a student, and he gave 10,000 rupees to be donated in a PM Care fund. So really thank you Anurag. मुझे तुम जैसे और भी स्टूडेंट्स बनाने, इसी कारण हम लोग ये चीज़ें कर रहे हैं. So thanks, I'm really happy today, and thanks for joining us, thanks for watching us. Please share, क्योंकि ये हैप्पीनेस, ये नॉलेज और भी लोगों तक पहुँचे. So and have a great day.
Have a great day.